Okay, and welcome to the beginning of walking meditation. So first of all, you'll have to find yourself a place to walk. The path I'm on here, I would say, is pretty close to the minimum viable size for a walking meditation area. I have about 7 steps plus a space to turn around. Now, I think if you can't even get 7 steps, enough room to do 5 steps would be nice. So a lot of people should have a hallway that size. If you could do it outside, that is nice. If you can do it barefoot, it's nice. You don't have to do it outside. You don't have to do it barefoot. When I do this at home, I have a path that's about 10 steps. So that's pretty ideal. So go ahead and find your path. If you have to, pause the video and then come back. Okay, now you see I have my fingers interlaced and they're in front of my body. You could do just palms one over the other. I've even done walking with my arms swinging or with my arms behind my back. Feel free to play around with that. Go ahead and start walking along your path. And just feel the sensation of your feet hitting the ground. That's all we're feeling at first. Go whatever speed feels natural. If very slow feels natural, go very slow. If fast feels natural, go fast. If you don't know what feels natural, try out a few. And I just want you to feel the sensation of your foot pressing into the ground. That pressure of your weight onto your foot. As you walk along your path. Your mind will wander. If and when your mind wanders, just bring the focus back to the feet. That's all we're focusing on here. Notice the interchange of experience. And what I mean by that is first one foot is pressing on the ground, and then the other foot is pressing on the ground. One foot presses on the ground, and then the other foot presses on the ground. Notice the variation of pressure. As the foot first touches the ground, there's almost no pressure. This is the first sensation of touching the ground. No pressure, just a feeling. And it's easy to feel if you're barefoot, because you're moving from a foot in the air to a foot that has just started to brush against the ground, even if it is not pressed against the ground. And then it starts to press more firmly until it is fully pressed against the ground with the weight on it. And then the exact same process reverses, And it goes from pressed to just a slight feeling, a sensation of touching but not pressing, and then no pressing at all, moving through the air as the other foot presses into the ground. Start to notice those sensations for both feet. Just touching the ground and then pressing in. After pressing in, a release of pressure, and then just touching for both feet. The sensations overlap, but the awareness of the sensations happens one at a time. Feel free to speed up or slow down at any time. If you're watching the video, I tried to be a good meditator and ignore the 2 ants that had both fallen on my neck, but finally I had to brush them off. I waited until I had my focus. We'll add one more awareness into this, and this is the feeling of the foot lifting as it comes up. After it lifts, notice that it moves forward through the air, and then the foot comes back down, and then back to the sensations we've already noticed of making contact, pressing. Now notice that entire process. The foot goes down, it makes contact, it presses, it depresses, lifting. It is at the point of contact of not pressure but touching the ground. The next stage is lifting up and then moving forward, down, touching, pressing, unpressing, touching, lifting, forward, and it repeats for each foot. And feel free to continue on your own time.